That's a clue that we might possibly be talking about grooming and body language in horses. Stay tuned.
Welcome to the Horse Talk Show, presented by Peterson and Smith Equine Hospital and Complete Care. Now here's the Brit on the bit, Louisa Barton. Enjoy the show.
The Horse Talk Show broadcasts from the CEP's Equine Studios in downtown Ocala in the horse capital. Thank you for joining us on the Horse Talk Show, presented by Peterson Smith Equine Hospital and Complete Care. Thank you to Larson Farms, they're our television broadcast sponsor.
Idaho's finest alfalfa.
I'm Louisa Barton.
I'm Dancing Pete Rhoda.
And we actually have switched back a little bit to Dr. Cayot probably last winter, because we've got jackets on and it was 98 degrees today. But unfortunately, we did hear this week that there are a couple of cases at least of strangles in Alachua and Marion County. So we thought it was appropriate to let you learn a little bit about what strangles is, and hopefully we don't have any problems, but we're definitely going to be aware of the symptoms and what we need to do if we have any concerns. So here is Dr. Adam Cayot. Louisa Barton here at the Florida Horse Park with Dr. Adam Cayot from Peterson Smith Equine Hospital and Complete Care, and we are going to talk about something we don't hear a lot about. Oh, someone's riding. How nice. Look at that. This is a great place to ride, by the way. Strangles.
Yeah, so strangles, the dreaded strangles.
A couple of cases.
I've had a few, yeah. So what is strangles? Strangles is an infection with the bacteria Streptococcus equi, characterized by getting large submandibular lymph node swellings that are infected, and they will drain pus and that sort of thing. You'll see that. You'll see they generally spike a fever, 102 plus. Mucousy nasal discharge is pretty common. You'll see even some eye discharge and that sort of thing. Pretty much diagnosed by either culture of the pus, or you can do a PCR where you swab the back of the horse's pharynx area and you can test for that. It can be a real problem. It's a reportable disease here in Florida, so if it happens, we have to report it to the state veterinarian. They typically will come out and inspect your facility. Then that facility typically is quarantine, so can't take any horses in or out. And generally it's about 21 days from the last horse that shows clinical symptoms. So if you have one, but then you get the others, then it keeps backing up. So it can be a real problem.
Does it spread fairly easily?
Spreads very easily, especially if you got one that's draining. People can be fomites. People can actually get strangles. It's not very common. Yeah.
I did not know that.
You need to be aware of that. Typically it doesn't happen, but in immune compromised people, it doesn't happen very much, period, but it can happen. So got to be aware of that. How do we treat it? Typically, we just let it run its course. There's some controversy out there whether you should put them on antibiotics or not. I tend to go with not. Most of the time, they get over it and they run the course. The problem with putting them on antibiotics is it's been known to predispose them to getting the bastard strangles that we call it, where
I didn't know there was one.
They get abscesses all over their body.
Oh.
So instead of just being the lymph nodes, they'll get them in their muscle tissue and all over their body. So we don't want that, and that's generally a bad sequela. So most of the time, once they break open and run their course, you're good. Obviously, it can be a management nightmare. You try to isolate the ones that are affected, and everything that you do to that horse has to be the last that you do that day. So the last horse you feed, the last horse you pick out, it's the last, so you take care of everybody else first, and then hopefully you have one isolated incident and you just take care of that horse last for the day. So, and then wash your hands. It's not a bad idea to have coveralls that are associated with that horse, so you just keep the coveralls there with that horse, so you're not tracking stuff on your clothes to another horse, and that goes with why you want to be the last one,
right.
Treat that horse last for everything. So that helps do it. But yeah, it's very contagious, and like I said, can be a problem, especially if you're running a business or you have a race stable or show stable or something like that, because the horses they're just hanging out for that amount of time. So
now, is it most prevalent in show facilities and racetracks, or it can be in a private
anywhere. It can be anywhere. It can be a small private farm. If you happen to buy a horse from some kind of, auction or sale or whatever, and that's generally when you see it, they'll come from some kind of sale where the horse has been stressed and that sort of thing, and then they get the sickness. Horses can harbor it, and it can stay latent for a while, and then under a stressful event, they can become sick with it. So, but it can happen anywhere. If you just happen to get that unlucky pony that you've always been dreaming of, and it came from Willie's show barn or whatever.
So really keeping a horse that came in recently separately from the other horses.
Really good idea. Really good idea.
Should be a no-brainer, really.
Should be a good idea. And
keep them
honestly,
separate
for about 3 weeks.
I was going to say a month.
Yeah, about 3
weeks to a month. Yeah.
That would be ideal.
Not letting them mix and touch noses and no joints.
So that's something to think about.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, that makes most sense. Then you can be sure you aren't bringing something into all the others, because you're right, it could be a total nightmare if it went across the whole place, right?
Yeah. Could be a mess, real mess.
Strangles, something you definitely want to avoid. Louisa Barton here with Dr. Adam Cayot from Peterson Smith Equine Hospital and Complete Care. I feel quite fortunate that I have not had a run-in with strangles at all with any of my horses, but Pete, I know you've had some experience with it. Highly contagious.
Highly contagious, and you can carry it to another barn on your clothes. So that's what we had happen at the university. Is where I was at school, and the breeding barn manager had an outbreak, and he didn't change clothes and came to our facility, and we had one horse break out, and then the next one broke out, and everybody, and
you don't want that.
It was bad.
Yeah, so just be very aware if you are either a rescue facility, obviously, that brings in animals from outside, keeping them separate for long enough to make sure there aren't any symptoms, which is always wise anyway, even if there isn't a strangles outbreak. And then if you've recently purchased a new horse that has come in from somewhere else, obviously keeping it separate from your horses, again, you should do that regardless, but be extra mindful to look out for the symptoms of strangles as described by Dr. Cayot in this segment, because you don't want it.
And having an isolation place to put new horses for 6 weeks is always a good idea to make sure, hey, nobody's got anything. And
even just for parasites and things like that. So very, very wise choice. So we wanted you to be mindful. But next week, believe it or not, we'll be talking about fractured hocks, because unfortunately, my Mustang has one. So we'll be right back with Megan Vanosky from MV Equestrian, Ocala. Stay with us. The Larson family has been farming hay in Idaho for generations, with a mission to always provide high-quality hay products at a fair and reasonable price. Larson Hay loves to meet new customers while always honoring the ones they already have. Find Larson Hay on the web at larsonhay.com, like them on Facebook, and definitely visit one of their locations. Larson Hay, Idaho's finest alfalfa, and our television broadcast sponsor.
Faulty wiring is the leading cause of barn fires, and equine facilities have special electrical needs. The knowledgeable and licensed team of electricians at Pat Myers Electric will ensure you can achieve your vision for a safe and functional horse facility. For new builds, rewires, and updating, Pat Myers Electric team is ready to jump in and help keep your horses safe. With a farm of our own, we know you cannot take chances. For all your current barn needs, go to patmyerselectric.com.
Marion County is the horse capital of the world, and here's your chance to see them up close. Saturday, October the 4th at 10 a.m. in downtown Ocala. It's the All-Breed Horse Capital Parade, presented by Pat Myers Electric in the city of Ocala. See the horses parade through downtown with a meet and greet afterwards. Don't miss the All-Breed Horse Capital Parade to benefit equine education and Royal Blessing Rescue. October the 4th, 10 a.m. in downtown Ocala, the horse capital of the world.
At Florida HVAC Services, air conditioning is a mathematical process. There's no guessing in what size unit your home needs. Florida HVAC Services uses manual J-heat load calculations in diagnosing to guarantee your home is sized properly to control humidity and temperature, thus providing comfort all year round. With flat rate pricing, trained experts, and total peace of mind. For more information, go to flhvacservices.com. They are the air you breathe. Grateful for the foundation of excellence laid over 40 years ago by their founders, Peterson Smith Equine Hospital and Complete Care continues to provide excellence in ambulatory and emergency care, surgery, internal medicine and sports medicine with a lab and pharmacy, as well as the best in reproductive services at their Advanced Facility Center in Summerfield. For more information, find them at petersonsmith.com or like them on Facebook now. Equine Therapy International offers state-of-the-art equipment to enhance your horse's performance, fitness, strength, and rehabilitation with hand-picked and proven range of products, including PEMF and massage therapy rugs, leg wraps, boots, pads, and lasers, equine water treadmills, cold salt water spas, combi floors, dry treadmills, solariums, nebulizers, and more. For more information, go to equinetherapyint.com or find them on social media. Repair, perform, and recover with Equine Therapy International.
DAC Vitamins and Minerals has been making a world of difference for 35 years. Do you know what sets DAC apart? We use chelation minerals from Alltech, which allows for better absorption. DAC is the only supplement company Alltech provides ingredients for. We have our nutritionist, Performance Horse Nutrition, NASP, which is the quality seal, which guarantees our products and ensures our use of quality ingredients. DAC gives you a guaranteed analysis in every 1 ounce scoop, a 60-day money-back guarantee. Doesn't your partner deserve the best? Visit feeddac.com.
Love presents itself in so many ways. It can be difficult to describe the bond between human and horse because it really transcends words. As we prepare for each ride, the most important thing in our mind is our horse's health and safety. Are we playing our part in this remarkable relationship? We want to go to sleep every night knowing that we did everything in our power to preserve this special bond. Piranha Animal Health, for the love of the horse.
The Horse Talk Show broadcasts from the CEP's Equine Studios in downtown Ocala in the horse capital.
Hi, this is Hall of Fame jockey Mike Smith. We're listening to the Horse Talk Show.
Back on the Horse Talk Show, presented by Peterson Smith Equine Hospital and Complete Care. Thank you to Larson Farms, our television broadcast sponsor.
Idaho's finest alfalfa.
I'm Louisa Barton.
I'm Dancing Pete Rhoda.
And in the studio with us, we have Megan Vanosky from MV Equestrian Ocala. Megan, it's lovely to have you back with us.
Thank you, as always, for having me, guys.
We're going to do our 4 in 8. So that is 4 horsemanship tips in 8 minutes, and off we go. Megan.
First one we're going to talk about is grooming and kind of the importance of it, what we think grooming is. So, Pete?
To me, grooming is making sure, I liked when I groom my horses, first thing I think of is bumps, lumps, scratches, any problems as I'm doing it. Yes. So that we find those things as we're doing. And I also look at behavior. As I'm doing it, are they showing signs of I don't like to be touched?
Or I want to be touched more.
Or I want to be touched. Yes. I want to be touched more.
Please rub me. My lip is going to wobble.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
that's a testament
getting
to
the coat cleaned up is really important.
Yes, I absolutely agree. I feel like grooming is very underrated. People just want to do it really fast. Like, I catch a lot of my students just really, really quickly, and I'm like, nope, we're going to start over. We're going to curry, we're going to hard brush, we're going to soft brush, we're going to check feet, we're going to do mane, we're going to do tail, we're going to check their face. Especially all of my guys go out together, so every other day they come in with some little knick-knack or something. And I also think it's an important way to bond with your horse, because I don't think a lot of people think, like, you see them out in the pasture and they're nuzzling each other and grooming each other. It's a little way to bond.
Like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And then on that note, I would say, but I don't like to groom until I have the horse ready for grooming. Meaning,
yes,
some horses don't want to be touched, and I've watched people groom horses that they're pinning their ears at them, and they want nothing to do with them, and they go, well, why aren't you grooming him? And I said, he's not ready to groom. We got to wait until he wants to be touched.
Well, that's why I give Flynn the massage first, get him in the happy mode. Also, that is when I noticed his leg was swollen, was during grooming, so I think that is very important. Or if something is in a hoof, that's when you're going to find it before you ride, which is extremely important. And there is a bonding and relaxing factor
Yep,
there.
and if you're picking up their feet, you should be feeling heat, swelling, squishiness, all of that.
Anything that's a bit off.
And help him out for the farrier. Oh, he's been having trouble picking that foot up.
Yep, absolutely, absolutely. So for the second one, we're going to talk about feeding basics.
Feeding.
Nutrition. I personally feel like our industry has gotten way too comfortable with grain and just feeding pounds and pounds and pounds of grain. I personally believe forage should be the main meal, so hay, grass.
Larson hay specifically, Idaho's finest alfalfa.
Absolutely. And the grain is just like a little snack.
Or a slop around in this case, in the mash
Capella, yes. Yes, and I don't think a lot of people realize that forage needs to be at least 1.5 to 2% of your horse's body weight. I come around a lot of places and I'm like, your horse has no grass, no forage. And I'm glad that a lot of them look fat, but nutritionally and all of that, is that really the best for your horse?
And a fat horse is just as bad as a skinny horse, and that's what people.
We're back on Flynn again.
Yes.
The Mustang, the fat Mustang.
But yes, I agree. Forage should be your main thing, and then your supplements and things to get in. And if you are riding at a high level, your grains are helping that protein to get higher and get the nutrition in because they're working.
Absolutely.
And they can't just go off the grass. We don't have the grass like some places have, that you got to be careful on how much they eat.
Yes.
And then everybody gets the alfalfa thing. Oh, alfalfa's bad. No, if you keep the grain at a high level and you had the alfalfa, that's why it's bad.
Well, the biggest myth of alfalfa makes your horse hot.
Yes.
It does not.
And I'm going to say the slow feed compressed bales are great for that slow feed all day. If your horse is on a dirt paddock and is not grazing all day, which is the way horses are designed, or one of those wonderful slow feed hay bags works as well.
Yes,
where the horse can be
absolutely.
nibbling all day, because that's how their digestive system is actually activated, by nibbling all day.
Absolutely, absolutely. And this one's going to be kind of my favorite, is checking your tack.
Tack 101.
Yes. I feel like I see a lot of ill-fitting tack. I'd be a liar if I said I haven't participated in a few once or twice, but that's why I'm very passionate about this, because I've made myself look kind of silly. So I feel it's really important to understand that you can tighten a girth too tight, specifically with ponies, I've noticed. When I was interning and working under a lot of people, there was a time where I tightened that girth a little too tight, and the pony made it one little trot lap around the ring and then just laid down.
Yeah, so, because that really
they don't breathe.
No?
Yeah, absolutely. And it's really important that we are teaching our students and we're teaching people that just simple things like making sure your girth isn't too tight, or making sure your noseband fits just right, or that the bit isn't completely falling out of their mouth, or like Pete has mentioned in previous segments, you teach your horse to hold the bit, so there's no like, oh, there goes the bit. Your horse knows that he needs to hold it.
It's very important. And I like the girthing up when you go up, to where it's not going to obviously slip off the saddle.
Yes.
But it's not necessarily all the way tight yet. You're not getting on. So, you go up a hole, let them breathe for a little bit, stretch a leg out in front, get them comfortable. And then when they're comfortable, you can go up another hole. And then before you get on, you check it one more time, and you may be able to go up another hole at that point.
Yep.
But a lot of horses puff out when you girth them. And, by the time you're ready to get on, they've released all that air, and all of a sudden the saddle's not snug anymore. So you want them to be, there's a happy medium with the...
absolutely. And
definitely.
I tell...
One of my mentors said it best. The two main reasons most people get hurt are ignorance, not knowing better, and tack failure. When I was in Georgia, I would take my saddle that was built by a saddle maker every year, and she would take it apart, clean it, and check everything.
Yeah.
And then fix whatever needed to be fixed, and then bring it back. And I can't tell you how many times I've walked up to a saddle and I'm like, when's the last time you checked those leathers? Because
20 years ago?
Yeah.
They're
about to break.
Yep. They're hanging on by a final thread. Yeah, absolutely. I think it's extremely important, and I could talk about this stuff forever, but we need to move on to the next one, which is a really good horsemanship topic. I feel like is about body language between horses and people. You are definitely somebody who is very...
Well, that's what I was going to say. coming from me, I feel most people misread horses. I teach professionals from beginners, and they think, oh, he's enjoying this. I'm like, no, he's not enjoying this. He's really telling you to go take a flying leap.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, like, he's fine. And I'm like, he's pinning his ears. And like, well, they're not flat back. And I said, well, they don't have to be flat back to be saying, I don't really like this.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. There have been plenty of situations where I've seen my clients and I'm like, your horse is actively telling you to give him space, back up, stop doing whatever you're doing, and you are just in la la land and you are going to get yourself hurt. And then that horse is going to be deemed dangerous or this and that. And I feel like that we blame the horse too much. And the horse is never asked to be ridden, to be competition horses. And I'm not saying that they don't love it. You big boy.
That's a happy horse
Oh,
right there.
I love him so much.
And there's a lot of signs that people don't look for is, I call it the flagpole, the male horse dropping. Everybody thinks that's a negative thing, and it's like, no, it's actually when that muscle releases, the blood goes in there, and that can be relaxing. You got to read the whole picture.
Yeah,
Everybody
absolutely.
sees 1/3 of the picture, and they go, oh, this is horrible.
I was one of those for a very long time. I'd be like, why is this happening? And I finally, I think.
And yawning, that's another misconception. Oh, he's bored. I've had people start working their horse harder, and I'm like, that's actually him relaxing.
Yeah.
And he probably had some tension, and you let it loose, and he started letting loose.
Yawning is a good sign.
Yeah, licking, chewing.
And one of the things that I talk about all the time is processing. When they get the blinky eye, allowing them to take in that information, just like your students need.
Yes.
That time to go, okay, what did we just do?
Yep.
So
Yeah.
We could talk about this one forever, but believe it or not, we're at the end of this segment. We have to wrap it up. So I want to thank Megan from MV Equestrian LLC. Check her out. She's awesome. We will be right back with Brandon Dole and some music for you. The Larson family has been farming hay in Idaho for generations with a mission to always provide high-quality hay products at a fair and reasonable price. Larson Hay loves to meet new customers while always honoring the ones they already have. Find Larson Hay on the web at larsonhay.com, like them on Facebook, and definitely visit one of their locations. Larson Hay, Idaho's finest alfalfa, and our television broadcast sponsor.
This show is brought to you in part by Seminole Feed Stores, family owned since 1934. Manufacturing fixed formula horse feeds with mindful monitoring and quality ingredients right here in Ocala in an all-natural, non-medicated feed mill. Seminole Feed, simply the world's best and safest feed. Like them on Facebook now or find them at SeminoleFeed.com.
We're a unique, tough breed. We work long, hard hours making sure your horses are healthy and properly shod because, well, we farriers know horses perform better when they're properly shod and healthy. You want quality horse products, supplements, and farrier supplies at affordable prices, and you won't settle for anything less.
TT Distributors is dedicated to quality horse products, supplements, and farrier supplies at affordable prices. Racehorse or a pasture pony, TT Distributors has what you need. 7715 West Highway 40, Ocala.
Grateful for the foundation of excellence laid over 40 years ago by their founders, Peterson Smith Equine Hospital and Complete Care continues to provide excellence in ambulatory and emergency care, surgery, internal medicine and sports medicine with a lab and pharmacy, as well as the best in reproductive services at their Advanced Facility Center in Summerfield. For more information, find them at petersonsmith.com or like them on Facebook now. At Florida HVAC Services, air conditioning is a mathematical process. There's no guessing in what size unit your home needs. Florida HVAC Services uses manual J-heat load calculations in diagnosing to guarantee your home is sized properly to control humidity and temperature, thus providing comfort all year round. With flat rate pricing, trained experts, and total peace of mind. For more information, go to flhvacservices.com. They are the air you breathe. The Horse Talk Show broadcasts from the CEP's Equine Studios in downtown Ocala in the horse capital.
Hey, this is Buck Brannaman. You're listening to the Horse Talk Show.
Back on the Horse Talk Show, presented by Peterson Smith Equine Hospital and Complete Care. Thank you to Larson Farms, our television broadcast sponsor.
Idaho's finest alfalfa.
I'm Louisa Barton.
I'm Dancing Pete Rhoda.
And I am thrilled to have a gentleman here in the studio with us who has never been on the show with us before, but recently we had an incredible fundraiser event. Thank you so much to Jambalaya Aviation and Equestrian Estates for having us fundraising for Royal Blessing Rescue and also for the Foundation for Equine Education. And it was an absolutely wonderful event. And what made it better this year was having Brandon there with us to sing. It just changed everything. It was so wonderful, and I was so very grateful. And I thought, my gosh, everybody that has an equine event coming up should just have Brandon there to sing. So it seemed like a perfect fit to have him come in and chat to us a little bit about what he does and really encourage all of you to book him for an event. Brandon, thank you for being with us.
Well, thanks for having me. Yeah, this is fantastic. And of course, thank you for inviting me to that event as well. And so I'm a singer and guitarist, as you know, and I perform live acoustic music for weddings and private events. These could be milestone celebrations, any sort of parties, stuff like that. And also do corporate events, things put on by businesses as well, and then weddings, as I mentioned.
Yeah, that's lovely. That's wonderful. How long have you been doing this for?
For 5 years professionally, but I've been playing music for about 22 years, maybe.
Oh my gosh.
Like yeah.
So a while. That's wonderful. Are you new to Ocala?
About 5 years is how long I've been here. So when I moved here, that's when I started doing it full time. Yeah.
So we are going to ask you if you will sing us a song.
I think I could probably do that. I have the required equipment.
Let's do it.
All right.
Ready when you are.
All right.
I think it's a nice added piece to the Horse Talk show, isn't it?
We're making it a habit.
From this valley they say you are leaving. We shall miss your bright eyes and sweet smile, for you're taking with you all the sunshine that has brightened our pathways a while. Then come sit by my side if you love me. Do not hasten to bid me adieu. Just remember the Red River Valley and the cowboy that loved you so true. For so long, my darling, I've waited for the words so sweet you never said. Now at last all my fond hopes have vanished, for they say you are going away. Then come sit by my side if you love me. Do not hasten to bid me adieu. Just remember the Red River Valley and the cowboy that loved you so true. And the cowboy that loved you so true.
Woo! Round of applause from studio audience.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
That's the first time we've ever put anybody over there. I liked it. It was nice. It was
Feels good.
So tell us, how can people reach out and book you, and how does all that work? How do people find you?
So the best thing to do would probably go to my website. It's just www.brandondolmusic.com. I'm also on Facebook, Instagram. You can just type in facebook.com/Brandon Dole Music for both of those. And yeah, and I'm very prompt to get back to inquiries, so that would be the best way to go.
That's wonderful. And you don't mind singing in horse barns and things, I take it?
Well,
got you in an airport hangar. So.
Yeah, I mean, that's true. You never know. So I'm open to anything, I suppose.
So you do cover, you do originals, and then I also saw that you have music that you can play when you're taking a break. So it's not totally quiet if that's not what you want.
Yeah, and I don't like to be locked in a genre necessarily. It's more about the overall vibe, and that same goes with the playlist in between when I'm taking breaks. It's just more about the overall experience and whatever the client's looking for. I try to tailor everything to just match their vision as much as possible.
That's lovely. So you can come for a consultation and talk about what they're looking for, kind of see Nikki Moneymaker and I from That Party Girl went and did a nice little walkthrough of jambalaya first, to have a look at it. And then, of course, after that, we added you, which was great. Made it perfect. But those walkthroughs really help you kind of see what the vibe is, what people are looking for. So, for example, he sang a song we didn't have to worry about copyright on today because of the show. We didn't want to get into trouble. He probably could have sung a lot of other songs and we would have loved it, but then we would have had,
problems.
We would have had problems. So, but that was a beautiful song.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I learned that about 2 days ago. Yeah, that was... I was just doing a little search deep into the well of the internet, trying to find something that would line up with this sort of atmosphere, and then also wouldn't have any copyright issues. So yeah, the further back you go, the safer your bet is.
That's right. That's true. So graduation parties, parties at people's houses, weddings, any kind of celebrations that anybody's having, anniversaries. You can do it all.
Yeah. And I really pride myself on taking each event as its own thing and really listening to the details of what the host is wanting and tailoring everything to what they're asking, and then also being reliable and providing comfort and knowing that I'm going to do the things that I say I'm going to do and the things that they're wanting me to do. So
wonderful. Well, we were impressed, weren't we?
Oh yeah, it was great.
The event was wonderful. That was our second year doing that at Jambalaya. And again, I want to do a shout out to the folks at Jambalaya for giving us such a lovely venue to be with, the wonderful planes and helicopters and horses, and it's just it's such a phenomenal place to go and have an event. But I wasn't sure what was missing last year, and I think adding the Sapphire selfies and the singer this year, and you did such a great job. I think it made the event feel different. Didn't it?
Yes, it definitely did. So if we saw you at another event, it wouldn't be the same, Brandon. It would be different, right?
Yeah. Tailors it to meet
Are you talking about something specifically?
Yeah, like if we saw you at a wedding next,
it'd be different.
It'd be totally different.
Oh, like the songs especially. Yeah, like I don't have a set list of songs that I play every time. Like I pick each song one by one based on how I feel and like how I think, what the vibe is, and just, what the right songs at the right time, reading the room.
Yeah,
basically.
Variety is the spice of life. There you go. Yeah. Well, you did an absolutely amazing job. I want to thank you again. I want to ask you to tell our audience one more time how to find you, your website, and information so people can get you booked.
Yeah, you can find me online. My website is www.brandondolemusic.com. You can also find me on Facebook and Instagram at just Brandon Dole Music.
Wonderful. Brandon, thank you so much for being with us, sharing that beautiful song with us. Thank you so much for doing our fundraiser event. It was awesome.
Thank you so much for having me.
And thanks for switching it up.
Hey, of course. Anytime.
Making it work. We'll be right back on the Horse Talk Show with Rick Wallace. Stay with us.
This show is brought to you in part by Seminole Feed Stores, family owned since 1934. Manufacturing fixed formula horse feeds with mindful monitoring and quality ingredients right here in Ocala in an all-natural, non-medicated feed mill. Seminole Feed, simply the world's best and safest feed. Like them on Facebook now or find them at SeminoleFeed.com.
Love presents itself in so many ways. It can be difficult to describe the bond between human and horse because it really transcends words. As we prepare for each ride, the most important thing in our mind is our horse's health and safety. Are we playing our part in this remarkable relationship? We want to go to sleep every night knowing that we did everything in our power to preserve this special bond. Piranha Animal Health, for the love of the horse.
It's time to fight back against summer sores with K-Well's Red Repel, healing and soothing, a lava-slaying ointment of justice, powered by zinc and nature's sass. Safe for all horses, even drama queens, gentle enough for the face. Your horse deserves skincare too, long-lasting and non-toxic. A bonus, buy a copper curry brush or Red Repel and receive a free in-store K-Well sample of your choice in Ocala at Seminole Feed Stores, TD Distributors and OBS. Discover more at kwellusa.com. K-Well, strength by nature.
We're a unique, tough breed. We work long, hard hours making sure your horses are healthy and properly shod because, well, we farriers know horses perform better when they're properly shod and healthy. You want quality horse products, supplements, and farrier supplies at affordable prices, and you won't settle for anything less.
TT Distributors is dedicated to quality horse products, supplements, and farrier supplies at affordable prices. Racehorse or a pasture pony, TT Distributors has what you need. 7715 West Highway 40, Ocala.
Grateful for the foundation of excellence laid over 40 years ago by their founders, Peterson Smith Equine Hospital and Complete Care continues to provide excellence in ambulatory and emergency care, surgery, internal medicine and sports medicine with a lab and pharmacy, as well as the best in reproductive services at their Advanced Facility Center in Summerfield. For more information, find them at petersonsmith.com or like them on Facebook now. The team of professionals at Equifence of Florida specialize in equestrian fencing, offering great communication, quality fencing, and all done in a timely manner. Reliable service with horse safety in mind all the time. Also offering customized residential, vinyl, wood, aluminium, and chain link fences services. Equifence of Florida, quality fencing done right to keep your animals safe. For more information, find Equifence of Florida on Facebook now.
Faulty wiring is the leading cause of barn fires, and equine facilities have special electrical needs. The knowledgeable and licensed team of electricians at Pat Myers Electric will ensure you can achieve your vision for a safe and functional horse facility. For new builds, rewires, and updating, Pat Myers Electric team is ready to jump in and help keep your horses safe. With a farm of our own, we know you cannot take chances. For all your current barn needs, go to patmyerselectric.com.
Welcome back to the Horse Talk Show. She's got the gift of the gab, and her guests are fab. Presented by Palm Chevrolet, your hometown Chevy experience.
The Horse Talk Show broadcasts from the CEP's Equine Studios in downtown Ocala in the horse capital.
I'm Tick Maynard, and you're listening to the Horse Talk Show.
Back on the second half of the Horse Talk Show, presented by Palm Chevrolet.
Your hometown Chevy experience.
Thank you to Larson Farms. They're our television broadcast sponsor.
Idaho's finest alfalfa.
I'm Louisa Barton.
I'm Dancing Pete Rhoda.
And Orion and I were at the Seminole Feed Store's Customer Appreciation Day on Saturday.
Which I forgot about.
I can't believe you forgot about it when we talk about it on the show all the time.
Because I didn't put it in my calendar.
Okay.
I'm going to start putting stuff in my calendar.
It was absolutely phenomenal. It was a great turnout. I ran into so many people I haven't seen for such a long time. Oh, well, I had seen Jenna recently, but I ran into some great people. That's Rosemary right there. She came up to me and introduced herself and said she loves the show and follows us and really enjoys it. So it was nice to meet some new folks, too, that love the show. And they're good. Angie, of course, was there. Angie is amazing. She did a phenomenal job. Miriam, all the team, Chris, they were all there. It was just it was a great time. They had giveaways and it was really fun. But I ran into a guy I haven't seen for a while. Oh, yeah, I ran into lots of people I knew. But I ran into a guy I haven't seen who is an eventer, and actually his significant other is a sponsored rider from Seminole Feed, and they have created a very interesting product, or at least they've brought a very interesting product over from New Zealand that is now available in the USA. And he's got a lot of good things to talk about, and I was pretty interested in it, especially for show horses competing and racing. So here is Rick Wallace. Louisa Barton for the Horse Talk Show and the Equus Television Network. We're here at Seminole Feed Stores and we are visiting them on their Customer Appreciation Day. What better day to be appreciated? Everything in the store here is on sale. Absolutely fabulous, wonderful crowd of folks here. We've got some vendors as well, a wonderful community tax sale outside. Very excited to see all the great products that they have. But I ran into an old friend of mine who's got a product that might save my life and my dog.
That's right,
So I'm
Louisa.
excited. Rick Wallace, it's lovely to see you.
Thanks for having us on the show. Ecrabrew is made in New Zealand. It's a live probiotic, and a lot of people don't realize that the powder probiotics don't really activate in the gut of any human, dog, horse.
Interesting. I did not know that.
So it's kind of a misnomer. And this is live. It has the microbes in it.
I see that.
You shake them up. 2 ounces for horses twice a day. Humans, human grade, can do 10 cc's once a day. It helps IBS, any kind of issues in your gut. It helps the gut biodome create. So Park Equine out of Kentucky, Hagyard Equine, all carry it in their pharmacy. Racetracks are now carrying it because the thoroughbreds are thriving on it, and they're not having to do GastroGuard every day and all this stuff for their gut because of the ulcers. So I've had it since 2019. My horses are all on it. We are all on it. Our dogs are all on it. And Seminole, this great Seminole feed store, has picked it up because none of their feeds have probiotics in it because they do not believe that the probiotic in feed works.
Which you were just talking about, the way it lands in the stomach that way wouldn't be effective. So obviously they couldn't sell feed with a liquid. That would be a problem.
Exactly. So their nutritionists saw this and said, get with Rick and Ecrabrew. It's, like I said, in New Zealand, but we're about to produce it here. It's just like a brewery. So it's like making beer.
Yeah.
We can make you some beer. But I appreciate it. And we have Pet Brew also in the States. So distributorship is equabrewusa.com or brickfieldnutrition.com. It sells in the store here. It's going to be at all the stores in Ocala and then go to dealerships throughout the state.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
So tell us again the ingredients.
So the ingredients on the side, it has vinegar, which distills. So everything in there, there's no sugar. Sugar is used to produce it, but then it breaks it down into the psyllium, and the microbes create. Our scientist is over here, but he's much better explaining that. I just know that it's the brew that makes you go do.
I love that. So this is like not a treatment like when you have a problem. This is a daily maintenance to stop you from having a problem.
Very good. Excellently and well said. And again, Saratoga Racetrack has been ordering it from I think it's Ragtime Racing out of Lexington and Louisville. And Japan, every single racehorse in Japan is on it. They sell
very well in the race world in Japan.
So that's what people are starting going, they're going, what's going on in Japan? So Andre from New Zealand ships 10 pallets like twice a year to them. So they get 20 pallets and they have 100,000 horses, not like us, right?
Right.
So they're all on it. All their eventing horses, show jump horses are on this product.
You know, Dr. Cayot from Peterson Smith Equine Hospital and Complete Care talks to me a lot on the show about show horses, race horses, any horses competing, especially if they're kept indoors a lot, because obviously at the racetracks they do, that something like 90% of competitive horses or higher have ulcer problems with their stomach.
Right.
So if you, and as you mentioned, so many of them are on GastroGuard and products like that to help them be comfortable. And how wonderful if you have a solution.
Yes, I need to meet with them, with Dr. Clark at Peterson Smith, and we're going to meet with them this week.
Good, and
start talking about, because Haggard has been carrying it for 5 years now, and they are really, really on it. They take it to their Equicell, so their thoroughbred cells. All the yearlings get put on it. And it's people think that it's a treatment. Like you said, you're very well said. It's a daily supplement.
It's daily,
a daily
so you
life.
Don't need treatment.
Right.
And with the veterinary shortage in the United States of America, the less horses that have minor colics that we panic for, the better, right?
Exactly.
So they can go and deal with the big stuff.
You're exactly right.
Yeah.
And we have 13 of our horses on it. Bronwyn with nurse, the nurse care mares.
Mm-hmm.
She called me up 3 years ago and she said, Rick, I've got a baby that we don't know what's going on. And she goes, I heard about Ecrabrew. And I said, come and get it. Saved the foal within 3 days. They didn't know what to do with it. And then it just changed the whole gut system around and it survived. So foals are on it, brood mares are on it.
That's amazing. And no worry about testing for anything.
No,
so
that's illegal. That's very
no
important.
Testing, yes.
That's illegal.
Especially in the race world, very much under the microscope. So no worries about anything.
No worries. All just natural.
It's like a miracle.
Yeah, it's the brew.
I'm excited. I'm going to get on a very personal level. My dog and I both need this very badly. So not to do TMI for you listeners and watchers, but I shall be reporting back on the success of this product, I promise you.
Thanks for having us on.
Oh, Rick, that's lovely. Thank you. Rick Wallace here. One more time, website?
Equabrewusa.com.
Perfect.
It's on Shopify and in the stores.
I'll be reporting in soon, folks.
Thank you.
So, Pete.
No, I don't want to know. I don't want to know how it's working. How the brew is doing the do is what you guys were talking about.
It's a very good product.
It's very good. Let's keep it PG.
So Rick Wallace, as I said, he's a top eventer and known him for years. And I was not aware of this product, but what he said about Seminole Feed, carrying they have such a huge range of feeds, everything from Safe and Light for fat horses to, Dynasport for competing horses, but nothing that has anything like that in it. Like a probiotic because of it needing to be a liquid. So I thought that was just a great point, that what a compliment that would be to the Seminole Feeds, that you can get a bottle of Ecrabrew, and the large bottle for horses is also okay for people because it's human grade. And then Mr. Marbles gets the little pet-sized bottle. So I shall be reporting in next week.
How's Mr. Marbles doing?
He's doing extremely well.
Good, let's keep it that way.
Yes. Coming back with Tricia Cybersma from Heartworks. Stay with us on the Horse Talk Show.
World-class equine rehab promoting faster recovery is available at the Equine Performance Centre Ocala. Hyperbaric oxygen therapy, an underwater treadmill, a saltwater spa, an aquapacer, Magna Wave, a vibration plate, swimming pool, massage and laser therapies. With post-surgical care, memberships, packages and BOGOs. EPC delivers a rejuvenated horse through proven and innovative rehab. Like Equine Performance Centre now on Facebook and find them on the web at epcrehab.com.
Cut through the noise and distinguish your business with a custom vehicle wrap from Smash Wraps. Get noticed with eye-catching vehicle wraps that showcase your brand's identity and earn you more business. If you're looking for a custom designed vinyl wrap for horse trailers, box trucks, cars or pickup trucks, for a single fleet vehicle or for 100, no job is too big for the Smash Wraps team. Make your appointment to set your business apart today. Find us on social media or at smashwraps.com. And remember, don't just wrap it, smash wrap it.
At Palm Chevrolet in Ocala, our customers say it best.
Oh, the prices were great. They were actually unbeatable.
Thanks, Miss Delara. At Palm Chevy, we do our best to give you our best price and payment without the games. And our entire team is committed to making your experience in sales or service pleasant and hassle-free.
It's been a pleasure doing business around here.
Thanks, Mr. Hars, and we think you'll agree. Visit us today at Palm Chevrolet, Southwest College Road in Ocala, or at palmchevrolet.com. Find new roads.
Equine Therapy International offers state-of-the-art equipment to enhance your horse's performance, fitness, strength and rehabilitation with hand-picked and proven range of products, including PEMF and massage therapy rugs, leg wraps, boots, pads and lasers, equine water treadmills, cold saltwater spas, combi floors, dry treadmills, solariums, nebulizers and more. For more information, go to equinetherapyint.com or find them on social media. Repair, perform and recover with Equine Therapy International. It's time to fight back against summer sores with K-Well's Red Repel, healing and soothing, a lava-slaying ointment of justice, powered by zinc and nature's sass. Safe for all horses, even drama queens, gentle enough for the face. Your horse deserves skincare too, long-lasting and non-toxic. A bonus, buy a copper curry brush or Red Repel and receive a free in-store K-Well sample of your choice in Ocala at Seminole Feed Stores, TD Distributors and OBS. Discover more at kwellusa.com. K-Well, strength by nature. Ocala Dog Ranch offers a variety of services for your dog, including agility training, barn hunt training, board and train, boarding long and short term, daycare, day training, dock diving training and competitions, disc dog, swimming lessons and pool rentals, lure coursing and obedience training classes. Check out Ocala Dog Ranch at ocaladogranch.com. Ocala Dog Ranch is your home away from home for your dog and more. The Horse Talk Show broadcasts from the CEP's Equine Studios in downtown Ocala in the horse capital.
This is Charlotte Cannon, and you are listening to the Horse Talk Show.
Back on the Horse Talk Show presented by Palm Chevrolet.
Your hometown Chevy experience.
Thank you to Larson Farms. They are our television broadcast sponsor.
Idaho's finest alfalfa.
We are now switching it up to Tricia Cybersma, and we are talking about modern day medicine horses with Heartworks. Here she is. Welcome back to the Horse Talk Show. We have a special guest back with us, and that is Tricia Cybersma. We have been doing a series covering Heartworks, and we are going to talk a little bit this time about why horses are showing up now as catalysts for global heartwarming and nervous system regulation. And we know how important that is. Tricia, you've called horses modern day medicine horses. We're going to talk a little bit about what that means and how they actually support the human nervous system.
In a few different layers, actually. So I would like to begin, though, with one of their first messages to me, which is very beautiful. And what they shared with me is, you look at us horses in wonder and awe, but we are just horses. Look in the mirror. You are human, and we have come through at this time in this way as a catalyst to invite you to open your hearts and see each other with the same wonder and awe with which you see us. Our energy expressions are here to help and support your heart opening in love and gratitude, the Heartists.
And if you're joining us on television, not just audio version on radio or podcast, you can see Summer is also joining us, the miniature horse, and Summer is adorable. Thank you for being with us, Summer. So let's start with, how do horses help?
Their biology, for starters, they're actually wired to help us. So their hearts emit an electromagnetic energy 5 feet from their body in all directions, where a human heart only emits 3 feet. And so just standing here with Summer, I am being embraced with her electromagnetic heart energy, just physically, because of her biology of being a horse. And now you layer that in with them being prey animals and being guardians of their energy and preferring to be in a coherent state, which is the alignment between your heart and your brain, which then regulates your nervous system, hormonal system, and all the other systems, your fight, flight, freeze systems. When you're in a coherent state, you have full access to all the critical thinking parts of your brain, plus your intuition, your creative centers, and open to all your sensory information. Everything is amplified when you're in a coherent state. So what better way for a prey animal to not only be very careful about their energy expenditures, but to be able to scan their environments for any changes and disruption that are not coherent. So when they enter into a space or engage with another being, coherence is key, and they will do their best to invite that other person or other horse into that coherent state. And now, why would another horse not be in a coherent state? If that horse has had trauma or is or is in any stressful state at all,
which Summer is not,
then that horse is situationally not in a coherent state. Maybe it's moved barns. Maybe it's at a show. Maybe it's just changing pastures. Change is another important factor for horses in how they regulate their nervous system in their coherent state. And so by a person who's dysregulated or a horse that's dysregulated entering into the presence of a horse that is regulated, they will automatically be invited into that coherent, regulated state. We all know, when we meet even people who are dysregulated, situationally dysregulated, we ask them how they're doing. We can feel their disruption, but we don't necessarily have the wiring to amplify the invitation into a coherent state the way the horses do. Yeah, so the horses really invite us in and almost like suck us into that state, because then it not only benefits us, it benefits them.
I've always felt that way around horses. I love that feeling. One of my favorite feelings. So we see a lot of equine therapy. We see a lot of success with equine therapy programs, reading with horses, therapeutic riding. I love to see what horses can do to really help people succeed, especially people who have disabilities or veterans, people who've been through so much. But I am a huge fan of traditional equine therapy. Tell us a little bit how HeartWorks differs from that type of therapy.
Equine therapy often revolves around structure, motor skills, balance, and the diagonal workings between our brain function and our physical function. HeartWorks adds the coherent layer in an intentional way. So whereas we aren't simulating movement, we are stepping into the practice of being aware of where our emotions and feelings are, and then being open to come into the present moment, then be open to experience coherence and self-regulation. And there is a heart math layer to that, which I do use with the horses. Love to work with people and horses, because what the quick coherence technique does is acknowledges how, I'll use my example, how am I feeling right now in this moment with this horse? And maybe I'm feeling a little worried or a little distracted. And then I ask myself, what do I want to feel? I would really love to feel openness and gratitude and some calmness. So with quick coherence technique, I activate those feelings in my heart. And then our brain and body has to follow that. That is physics. So through the process of us deciding how we're going to feel, which is our human superpower, in any moment with eyes open, while maybe we have a dysregulated horse on the end of our lead rope, I'm going to choose grounded, and I'm going to activate that feeling of being grounded in myself, in my heart, and then my systems have to follow. And immediately, I'm going to be sending a different message to that horse or that person. And it's not a tangible shift, but it's a felt shift.
Yes, absolutely.
And after all, horses are feeling beings.
Right.
And so the felt shifts are the ones they pay attention to. And that's why we can't fool a horse. We can't fool a horse into thinking we're confident if we really have another emotion going on, maybe a bit of fear, maybe a bit of remembering a situation where things didn't go well. That is, we're better off going up to our little horse and say, Summer, I had a rough day. Instead of coming in all confident and smiley, because she's going to see right through that. And then her predator instincts, or her prey animal instincts for predators, is going to kick in because I am not being authentic, which doesn't match what she's sensing of how I'm feeling.
We are going to wrap up this first part of Modern Day Medicine with horses with Tricia from Heartworks. But make sure you stay tuned for next week for the second half.
World-class equine rehab promoting faster recovery is available at the Equine Performance Centre Ocala. Hyperbaric oxygen therapy, an underwater treadmill, a saltwater spa, an aquapacer, MagnaWave, a vibration plate, swimming pool, massage and laser therapies. With post-surgical care, memberships, packages and BOGOs, EPC delivers a rejuvenated horse through proven and innovative rehab. Like Equine Performance Centre now on Facebook and find them on the web at epcrehab.com.
At Palm Chevrolet in Ocala, our customers say it best.
Oh, the prices were great. They were actually unbeatable.
Thanks, Miss Delara. At Palm Chevy, we do our best to give you our best price and payment without the games. And our entire team is committed to making your experience in sales or service pleasant and hassle-free.
It's been a pleasure doing business around here.
Thanks, Mr. Hars. And we think you'll agree. Visit us today at Palm Chevrolet, Southwest College Road in Ocala, or at palmchevrolet.com. Find new roads.
The team of professionals at Equifence of Florida specialize in equestrian fencing, offering great communication, quality fencing, and all done in a timely manner. Reliable service with horse safety in mind all the time. Also offering customized residential, vinyl, wood, aluminium, and chain link fences services. Equifence of Florida, quality fencing done right to keep your animals safe. For more information, find Equifence of Florida on Facebook now.
The Larson family has been farming hay in Idaho for generations with a mission to always provide high-quality hay products at a fair and reasonable price. Larson Hay loves to meet new customers while always honoring the ones they already have. Find Larson Hay on the web at larsonhay.com, like them on Facebook, and definitely visit one of their locations. Larson Hay, Idaho's finest alfalfa, and our television broadcast sponsor.
Cut through the noise and distinguish your business with a custom vehicle wrap from Smash Wraps. Get noticed with eye-catching vehicle wraps that showcase your brand's identity and earn you more business. If you're looking for a custom-designed vinyl wrap for horse trailers, box trucks, cars, or pickup trucks, for a single fleet vehicle, or for 100, no job is too big for the Smash Wraps team. Make your appointment to set your business apart today. Find us on social media or at smashwraps.com. And remember, don't just wrap it, smash wrap it.
Faulty wiring is the leading cause of barn fires, and equine facilities have special electrical needs. The knowledgeable and licensed team of electricians at Pat Myers Electric will ensure you can achieve your vision for a safe and functional horse facility. For new builds, rewires, and updating, Pat Myers Electric team is ready to jump in and help keep your horses safe. With a farm of our own, we know you cannot take chances. For all your current barn needs, go to patmyerselectric.com.
Equine Therapy International offers state-of-the-art equipment to enhance your horse's performance, fitness, strength, and rehabilitation with hand-picked and proven range of products, including PEMF and massage therapy rugs, leg wraps, boots, pads, and lasers, equine water treadmills, cold saltwater spas, combi floors, dry treadmills, solariums, nebulizers, and more. For more information, go to equinetherapyint.com or find them on social media. Repair, perform, and recover with Equine Therapy International. The Horse Talk Show broadcasts from the CEP's Equine Studios in downtown Ocala in the horse capital.
Hello, I'm Chris Cox, and you're listening to the Horse Talk Show.
Back on the final segment of the Horse Talk Show for this week, presented by Palm Chevrolet.
Your hometown Chevy experience.
Thank you to Larson Farms. They're our television broadcast sponsor.
Idaho's finest alfalfa.
I'm Louisa Barton.
I'm Dancing Pete Rhoda.
And actually, I'll be at Palm Chevrolet tomorrow for an oil change.
Woohoo.
Imagine that. Great service department as well. So we are going to talk a little bit about a couple of events that we were recently at, and I definitely want to do a big shout out again to John Belair Aviation and Equestrian Estates, because they really helped us out to do a wonderful fundraiser event. And I am going to tell you what, the planes and helicopters
blow you away.
Yes, they have wartime planes. They have a plane that fell in a lake. 67 years it was in the lake, and they brought it out and brought it back to life. And they fly all of these helicopters and planes. And my goodness.
Except for the one with no skin.
Right.
That one in my book was really neat.
Well, you know, I think it's neat that they have aeroplanes there for Mr. Bull, and then they have the horses there for Mrs. Bull and her daughter-in-law, who have some absolutely beautiful horses in probably one of the most gorgeous barns I've ever seen in my life. And their horses are just beautiful, and they're just great people. And I also want to do a shout out for Michelle Fortner from Sister's Place, who probably made one of the most beautiful spreads of food, decorated up beautifully. Michelle, if you have not been to Sister's Place in Williston, you must go. The food is incredible, and she also does this beautiful catering, and it is absolutely second to none.
It's the secret in Williston, and now that she has a restaurant bigger,
yes,
everybody's coming.
Everybody's coming,
great.
Yes. And a shout out for Nikki, that party girl. She did a great job. Sapphire Selfies was there. We got some absolutely wonderful photographs at the event. It was just fantastic. Thanks so much to Piranha, Animal Health, and Smash Wraps, who helped us have this event, made it all possible, which was wonderful. Smash Wraps were there with two of their big trucks, and they did a beautiful job. And of course, a great big thank you to Brandon Dole, who was there singing the entire event. And then we also had Be Well Massage there giving chair massages to everybody, which was phenomenal. And the event was wonderful. So I just wanted to thank everybody that was part of that equine industry fundraiser to make all of that possible. Pete did a great job with his live auction. The silent auction items were wonderful. And a huge shout out to MK and Patrick, who helped put all of that together at John Belair for us. We're so very grateful. And then another wonderful event this past weekend was the Seminole Feed Stores Customer Appreciation. You've got to look out for those events in the future, because when Seminole has one of those, it's off the charts. There was a wonderful used community yard sale outside as well. Cayot USA was there with us, and she got to talk to quite a lot of people about their wonderful products, and we got to visit so many folks.
That was one of my students.
Oh, that's funny. And I even found some additional horses for the upcoming parade as well, which was Absolutely
made
fantastic.
you excited.
Yes, it made me really, really excited because we got some more horses. So I ran into a lot of people I hadn't seen for a really long time. So that was absolutely phenomenal. Well done. Hats off to Seminole Feed Stores for doing such a great job. And I can't believe Pete missed it, but he did. But so many other people.
Put it on my calendar.
Gotta put it on your calendar. We are going to switch it up now to Dancing Pete's Tip of the Week.
Dancing Pete's Tip of the Week, brought to you by Complimentary Horsemanship.
So today's Tip of the Week happened today. I asked a student, I told a student, your horse runs away with you. And she goes, no, my horse has never run away with me. And I said, your horse can run away with you at the walk. And she was like, what does that mean? And I said, if your horse walks off and you can't stop them, that's a runaway. It just happens to be at the walk, thank goodness. Or if you go to stop them and they take an extra 1 to 2 steps, well, 1 step turns into 2, 2 turns into 4, 4 turns into a trot, trot turns into a canter, and before you know it, you're galloping across the pasture wondering what happened. So be aware that a runaway does not have to look like you're getting taken off with.
To start with.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. Very, very wise words indeed, especially now that I have a horse that is not allowed to run away. Because he's fractured his hock, so not good. If you have a horse, I'm sure you have at least one dog. Here's Neil from Ocala Dog Ranch. The Horse Talk Show goes to the dogs at Ocala Dog Ranch.
Neil Hennessy, the owner of Ocala Dog Ranch. Part of the fun is having a dog is all the dog sports that we can get to enjoy. There's a plethora of dog sports: dock diving, agility, barn hunt, earth dog, frisbee dog, lure coursing. The easiest way to do it is to go to the AKC website, check out what kind of sports they have, and maybe you'll be interested in one, and then go watch a trial or a competition. It's a lot of fun to hang out with your dog for the day, and for the most part, it's fun for you as well. Check out dog sports. It's a great way to exercise and bond with your dog. Neil Hennessy, Ocala Dog Ranch.
Hey, dog sports are just as fun as horse sports. Should get involved. Check out Ocala Dog Ranch. They do it all: boarding, daycare, all sorts of sports, agility.
And Neil's
video.
the best.
Neil is. He's the best. He also sometimes delivers English chocolate.
Yes, that's why he's the
He's
best.
a Brit as well. We've got a few event mentions to get in there. The all-breed horse capital of the world parade.
October 4th at 10 a.m. downtown Ocala.
It's all part of the Equine Initiative presented by Piranha Animal Health, and the parade is brought to you by Pat Myers Electric and supported by Wilmette Construction. And we are going to see everything from Arabians to draft horses, miniatures, Clydesdales, you name it. It's all going to be downtown on October 4th. Be there at 10 a.m. and you'll see these wonderful horses parading around the downtown square, showcasing all that we are here in the horse capital. Ibericon is coming up. We're almost in October. I can't believe it. October 13th to 19th at the World Equestrian Center. That Saturday night, they do the Iberian Horse Spectacular, which is
amazing.
It's phenomenal. It's an incredible performance. And some of the top equestrians, Olympic equestrians actually from all around the world, will be at World Equestrian Center that week giving clinics for free. The Ibericon Horse Spectacular is ticketed, but it's incredibly reasonably priced and it is worth going. The Equine Obstacle Challenge fundraiser for Open Hands Animal Rescue is coming up, put on by Florida Mounted, and that is going to be at the Southeastern Livestock Pavilion.
October 18th.
And that is starting early in the morning, and it is only $50 per person per class. They're going to do a Mustang class, an in-hand class, a mounted unit class, and a thoroughbred class. Should be a great time. Check that out, the Equine Obstacle Challenge. And then don't forget that our very important folks that do so much to support us here in Ocala, Marion County and support the equine industry really from the ground up. Piranha Family Foundation Golf Tournament, probably the best golf tournament in Florida.
November 14th at the Country Club of Ocala.
Yep, and they don't just have the golf tournament. If you're participating either as a sponsor or if you are in one of the teams, one of the golf teams, the foursomes, they have a wonderful gala in the evening to celebrate the winners with dancing, dinner, absolutely fantastic.
Did you say
spread.
dancing?
I said dancing. I know you love dancing. Dancing Pete Rhoda. It is probably one of the greatest events of the year. So if you are not signed up for a golf team or you are not a sponsor, you are absolutely missing out.
And I heard they have a few teams still open. So
They do have a few teams still open, so get involved. We've got to wrap it up. I want to thank all of our wonderful guests this week on the show. Check us out on the Sky 97.3 on Saturday morning. We absolutely love you, our listeners on the Sky. Whether you're in Ocala, Marion County, the horse capital of the world,
or not.
Happy horsing around till the same time next week.
See ya.
Love presents itself in so many ways. It can be difficult to describe the bond between human and horse because it really transcends words. As we prepare for each ride, the most important thing in our mind is our horse's health and safety. Are we playing our part in this remarkable relationship? We want to go to sleep every night knowing that we did everything in our power to preserve this special bond. Piranha Animal Health, for the love of the horse.
Marion County is the horse capital of the world, and here's your chance to see them up close. Saturday, October the 4th at 10 a.m. in downtown Ocala. It's the All-Breed Horse Capital Parade, presented by Pat Myers Electric in the city of Ocala. See the horses parade through downtown with a meet and greet afterwards. Don't miss the All-Breed Horse Capital Parade to benefit equine education and Royal Blessing Rescue. October the 4th, 10 a.m. in downtown Ocala, the horse capital of the world.